Hello, everyone. Here we go. It is 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. Yes, Thursday, the 17th of April. Yes, I know I'm normally live on a Friday night, but tomorrow, Friday, is Good Friday. And I know a lot of people have other things on, including myself. And so I decided I would go live tonight instead. And tomorrow we'll have the night off. So I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week. Here in Australia, we actually have 4 days of public holidays. So tomorrow is Good Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday, Easter Sunday, and then Easter Monday, which is also a public holiday. So we actually have a 4-day weekend. Most places of employment means most people get Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. But I know that's not the same everywhere else in the world. But we're lucky to have it here. And Easter tends to be a time that people go away. A lot of people go away. It's a big time of the year for camping, which has always amused me because nearly every single Easter it rains. Anyone else notice that? Am I taking Monday off too? Monday morning, I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I thought I could go live still Monday morning. If it's going to depend because my husband and I are doing loads of things to get the house ready before he goes away. So if we're on target and I have time, then I'm still planning on going live on Monday morning. And I'm thinking that there might be some people who can't normally join us on a Monday morning that won't be at work. So it might be a good morning. Worst comes to worst, though, if I don't go live Monday morning, I'll let you guys know. This is for my team members, for anyone who's wondering what I'm talking about. So I go live for my team every Monday morning, but it may end up being Tuesday instead, depending on how we go. Oh, Donna had a birthday. Happy birthday. That's right. 21 again, says Rose. Good. My mum used to always say that, 21 again. You know what? I wouldn't want to be 21 again. I was bumming around with no idea of what I was doing when I was 21. I wouldn't want to go back there, to be honest. I'd like to go back there knowing what I know now. That would be useful. But unfortunately, as they say, youth is wasted on the young. And when we were 21, we didn't know. We didn't know what we know. We didn't know what we didn't know. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. 54 today. Well, happy birthday, Donna. I'm going to be 60 this year. Oh my goodness. So I'm that's a whole entering a whole new decade. So, but it's better than the alternative. That's what I would say. You had 2 little girls by then. Oh my goodness. Yeah, not me. I got started late. I was in my 30s when I got married the first time, and in my late 30s when I had children. My first at 37 and my second at 40. All right. Who's ready to get crafty tonight? When's my birthday? June, Donna. My birthday's in June. So I'm a winter baby. Winter in South Pacific for anyone. If anyone's thinking June, that's not winter. That's because in Australia it is. It is. All right. I am going to switch over to the desk and let's get crafting. All right. So tonight, I'm actually going to play with something out of the annual catalogue that's retiring. So, and then we'll see where it takes me. I've sort of got a bit of an idea of what I want to do. And the products that I'm going to be using, you will find in this catalogue. They've actually been around now for, I think 2 years. And what page are they on? They are marked down. Both the stamps and the dies are marked down. Let me see, where will I find them? Page 51. Here we go. 51. Ta-da. And it's the Country Birdhouse and the matching Country Birdhouse dies. So stamps and dies. This is what is actually on the retiring list. Very sad when things retire, isn't it? But I really love these. I've got a thing for birdhouses. I just love them. I don't know why. Now, the other set, the Country Flowers, is that retiring too? I don't know if it is or not. Oh, it is. Hang on. Yes, the Country Flowers dies are also retiring. And the stamp set, I'm assuming, let me go to the next page so I can see it. Yeah, both of them are on last chance. Okay, so, and they're all marked down at pretty good prices. So the stamp set I'm using tonight, the Country Birdhouse stamp set, is $21, down from $35. And the Country Birdhouse dies are $39.20 down from $56. Okay, so they're good bargains. Okay, and we love bargains. All right, the paper, this what's it called? This paper is Country Woods paper. This Country Woods paper is not retiring, okay, which I'm so excited about because this has been probably one of the most useful, and neither is Country Lace. Both of these are staying, but the Country Woods paper is probably the one I've used the most in the last 12 months. It works for everything. It's great for masculine cards. It's great for backgrounds. It's great for scrapbooking. It's just a really, really good set. So if you're looking for something, you know, for paper that really works really, really well, then I highly recommend this Country Woods paper. Okay, just beautiful. Thank you for Cherie putting those details up in the comments for people who are interested in those. And as soon as this video is finished, I'll be over there adding my my details in the description so that you can see where the online store is and all of that kind of stuff as well. And I'm also going, let me just quickly go in and change things. I'm also, as soon as it's finished, I'll have that on there for you. So if you're looking for my details, you'll find them in the description below the YouTube the YouTube video as soon as it's over. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? I hope so. Now these are a bundle. Okay, you can buy them as a bundle, but I think, I have a feeling that right now it might actually be cheaper. Do we do our calculations? I didn't think to calculate this out, whether it's actually, I suggest you do. Check and see if it's cheaper to buy them separately with those reduced prices or if it's actually better to buy the bundle. I think it might be better to buy them separate. So there you go. That paper is beautiful. I agree, Nairi. Yep, you are absolutely right. Super, super cool. I know, but not the stamps and dies. Well, I've got to say, I have used this paper in so many different ways, not just with this stamp set. It certainly works with lots of other things. Like I said, great for masculine cards. And, you know, I love like these ones here. I'm trying to hold them up a bit closer for you. These and, you know, this kind of weathered beach look, and this one too. These work really well for like beachy scenes. So they look really good, you know, surfboards and little beach houses and things like that look really, really lovely. Don't ever apologize for being late, Susie. Absolutely lovely to have you here. Hey, Kerry, nice to see you. And I see we have lots and lots of folk tonight. How are you, Leslie? That's very young. So you were 20 when you had Andrew and 22 when Josie. I was 37 when I had Ben and, oh, sorry, other way around. 37 when I had Emma and 40 when I had Ben. So other end of the scale, right? It's just the way life works out sometimes. But I read somewhere that, you know, having children later can help keep you young. I don't know if that's true. I don't think it is. I think we all end up in the same place, right? So there we go. All right. So this is what I'm playing around with tonight. And last year I actually used this stamp set and the matching dies as for my swap cards that I took with me to Mexico last year. So this year I'm not using these, of course, because they're retiring. I'm using something brand new, and you'll get to see that. I'm not sure if I'll get time. I'm thinking maybe I'll get time to do a video with that. But anyway, let's see. I've got a piece of paper. I'm just making sure I've got the right one. This is 14.3. Is that the size I want? I can always cut it down if I need to. And I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp. I've already put this this stamp on my block. This is block E for anyone who's wondering. And I'm going to stamp this here in the middle of my piece. And I'm just going to use Memento ink. Now you could use whatever ink you like. Actually, I'm wondering. Yeah, I will use Memento. And I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking I might do I'm actually thinking this will take me longer, but I'm actually thinking about using a whole bunch of techniques for this. All right. So I'm actually going to pop that right here towards the bottom kind of, and I'm just lining it up so that the bottom of the birdhouse is parallel with the edge of the paper. So just like that, and when you stamp, ink up well and then hold your stamp down for 3 to 5 seconds, count, okay, and that gives you time for the ink to transfer to the paper. All right, so now I have actually already cut out another one, and we're going to do a little bit of masking. But when I cut, I actually stamped it again and then cut it out. If we're going to use a masking piece over the top of what we've done, so this is your first technique, we're just masking, actually cut right on the line or even just inside the line. You want to make sure that this will eliminate the what I call the halo effect, because sometimes when you're masking, if you go with the die cut piece or you don't cut on the line, you end up getting like a little white edge all the way around, and that might not be what you want. I mean, maybe you want it, but I don't. I'm actually hoping that my background is going to go right up to the edge of my line. So you might see what I mean when I actually get around to using the masks. This is the mask I'm using. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this one down over the top of here. And what this means, okay, is that then I can do things to the edge. So I can use my blending brushes, I could use stamps, and I could do all sorts of things over the edge here. And then when I take this away, they're going to look like it's behind the image that I'm working with here on the piece of paper. I hope that made sense, what I just said. I don't know if it did. All right, so I'm thinking, what color would I like behind here? And I'm thinking I'm going to go with some blues. And I'm going to start with, I'm going to use some balmy blue. And I think I'm also going to use maybe a darker blue, like maybe Misty Moonlight. I think Misty Moonlight would work really well. I have got to go through my blending brushes and work out. They're a mess. So I actually need to work out a better system for my blending brushes. Right, so I've got my Misty Moonlight and I've got my balmy blue. Okay, so I'm going to start with the balmy blue. I always start with the lighter color. Oh, that's such good news. I know, we're all so happy to hear she's home. That's so good. All right. I'm getting some ink on my blending brush here. Yeah, exactly, Nairi. That's right. You want to be in your own bed, especially when you feel awful. You don't want to be stuck in hospital. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to hold this in place. So you can see I've got this separate piece over the top. And we're going to start by, actually, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go with a different. I'm wondering if I need to add more ink to my ink pad. We'll see. Let's see how we go. And if it isn't coming out enough, then I'll re-ink and we'll pick up a bit more ink. But you've got to be careful when you do that, because if you re-ink, then you can end up going too dark. All right, let me try again. Okay, that's better. All right, so you can see I'm just going all around, all over the edges of this piece. And so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get see how now it's all the way around the outside, around my image, and it looks really cool. Okay, so we put this back on and we're going to continue doing that. You know that you're in the right place if you can see the line on, like, just outside your cut piece, and then you've got it in the right place. I'm sorry, I've missed some comments. I'm so sorry. Hello, Denise. How are you? Did I miss something there? I think I must have missed something. Something Denise said, I think. And then something about a good tip. Oh, they're the ribbon tip. Yes, Denise told me about that too. And I'm like, that's cool. I didn't know that. So I must give it a try sometime. I might do that. All right, so I'm going to go down this side now. So I'm just using balmy blue, which, like I said, that's my lighter color. And then I can always come in with a darker color if I want to. But all right, so that's looking pretty good, actually. Actually, I might just add a little bit more up the top. Give me a second, guys. Like I said, I'm going to use about 5 different techniques on the one card, I think, because I've got a few different ideas of things that I want to do. But it looks good. Straight away, that looks good, right? And then I'm going to do... Oh, you tried it today. Well, that's good to hear. Did it turn out fun? Did you enjoy it? Did it give you the result you wanted? So it crinkled the ribbon up, right? So it went all curly. Okay, so now I'm going with the darker colors. So I'm not going to go as far outside this time. I'm just... Can you see now we're getting a darker color? Looks good. I love this effect. So I'm putting this back on. And we're going to do, I think I'm going to do a little piece, a bit of paper piecing as well, because paper piecing, we did that as a technique Tuesday, a couple of months ago, and everyone really liked it. And I thought I should show that again sometime. But if you wanted to go back and see any of these videos with the different techniques I'm talking about, I go live every Tuesday afternoon, and it's called Technique Tuesday, and there's always a different technique there for you to check out and see what you can do with different things. So I'm trying to do these. I do them every Tuesday, and I try and pick a different one every time. And, you know, I've been doing them now for, I think it was a year in November. So, you know, it's been a long time I've been doing them, and it's amazing to me, you know, that we're still making our way through different techniques. There's so many. It's unbelievable how many techniques there actually are. All right. I'm liking how that's looking. I think it's coming together nicely. A little bit of brush strokes over here. If you find that you have a lot of brush strokes, what you can do is keep going over it with the lighter color, and it will kind of blend it all together. But I'm not worried about it. All right. Okay. That's looking cool. Okay, Denise. Okay. I'll tell you more about it later. All right. So paper piecing, as I said before, is where you actually stamp on the paper that you want to use, and you add it to your image. Okay, now I'm just going in to grab some suitable paper. That Country Woods paper probably is the one that I would want to use. Like I said, I love it with this, but I'm looking to see what would be a nice one. This one is a nice one. I think this would look really good. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stamp again with the same ink pad, and on this time I'm going to stamp it on my DSP. And the only part I want is this centerpiece right here. These are the paper, like on the other side of this, you've got like a dark wood, but I want to use the light wood because I think that's really nice with this. And then I'm going to just going to pop that right there. And then I'm going to color it. Sorry, I'm going to cut it. What am I saying? I'm going to cut it with my paper snips. This is where we all get to talk to each other, and and I'm not going to worry too much because, so I can do this a couple of different ways. I can either cut just to the, like just outside, so I leave the ink line, or I can cut just inside so that I end up using the ink line that's already on here. So in this case, I'm actually going to cut just outside and leave my ink line. So you can see the black stamping, because I want that stamping to still be there. You can go either way though, both will work. So either just inside or just outside, one or the other. So I'm being careful to cut on that line. Now the fun bit is going to be the scallopy bits, but that's okay. We're going to do it. Who likes fussy cutting? Where are my fussy cutters? People that love to fussy cut. I personally like it, but I know not everyone does. Oh, speaking of things I'm excited about, I actually got excited today and actually created a card that I think I've designed my swap for the incentive trip coming up. So yay, go me. I might want to tweak it slightly, but I'm pretty sure I'm happy with it. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna make that up next week. So I'm cutting carefully here, and I'm turning to go around a shape. I'm cutting so that it is, I'm leaving the ink line. How's everyone enjoying the new rewards? It hurts your hand too much? Oh, sorry about that, Lynn. Good thing we have a die cutting machine that does that for you, right? I see April likes it and Donna likes it. Your hands don't always cooperate, Marty. Yeah, you're not alone. It's sometimes that's how it is. But, you know, it really just depends on, you know, I'm sure that if I'm lucky while my hands are cooperating, I'm happy to keep doing this because it's, of course, I've picked the hardest part of the design to do live. I wish I could just, you know, wave my hand like a magic wand and it's all just cut out so you guys haven't got to sit here and watch me do it. But I don't mind watching other people cut. I don't know about you guys. I think watching other people cut is kind of relaxing, but I know not everyone likes it. You like the new reward system. I tell you why I think you're saying you're better off, Leslie. I think that's what everyone is finding, that, you know, and I think that's the thing. The rewards before were great if you were placing an order over $250, but you had to place an order over $250 just to see any rewards. And now you've only got to have an order over $35. I mean, how good is that? Of course, people are going to be better off. So, yeah, you find fussy cutting relaxing, doing it yourself or watching other people. Susie loves the new rewards. You lost your favorite scissors, Emma. Oh, no. Are they like paper ones like this or like ribbon scissors? Because, you know, I told my ribbon scissors story last weekend. I'm pretty sure or was it the weekend before? Recently I told my scissors story, my sad ribbon scissors story of how they got confiscated on the cruise that we were on. Dropped in the bin. Made me so sad. But I did find another pair. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. You do not like fussy cutting. Anne. I'm talking to Anne now. Well, I'm sorry about that. Well, thankfully, I'm nearly done here. And I have left a little bit of inky line behind so that people can see where my cutting is meant to go. All right. Let me see. I'm almost there. Okay. Right. So can everyone see I've left a little bit of the inky lines? All right. So when I put this on here, now it's like we have, it looks rather good, doesn't it? Don't you like that? Now, obviously, we have this hole in the middle, okay? And that's not ideal because it, you know, the hole should be a hole. It should have something behind the hole. So let's have a look at our country birdhouse dies. There is actually, rather than trying to cut a circle like that, which would be a bit challenging, there is this little hole here. See this one? And that one will cut that out beautifully. So I'm going to put that through my cut and emboss machine, and can you see it leaves behind that cut line, so that stamping line I should say. So I'm going to quickly cut that. Just run that through. Now I could have coloured this, but sometimes for a big area like this, you're better off using paper than you are colouring. I mean, you could, it's up to you, but I think sometimes the paper gives you more of a Okay, so that's like that. Can you see that? And so I'm going to put that here. Now, I want this to actually not have a white piece behind it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come in with my, just a small punch. The smallest one we have right now, the smallest circle we have is the 1 3/4. So I'll use that one. And I'm going to grab some black cardstock. And I'm going to do a punch of black. And I'm going to put that right there behind here. So you can't actually, you won't see it from the front, but you'll see it through the hole. Can you see that? So I'm going to put that, just glue it straight on. You call that die the steering wheel? It does look a bit like a steering wheel, doesn't it? Hey, Jolene, nice to see you there. All right, so there we go. And then we've got our little piece here that's going to go over the top. I'm going to glue that so we've paper pieced. Now, we could paper piece the whole lot, but obviously, and if you like fussy cutting, paper piecing with this is a lot of fun, but I'm not going to do that to you tonight because I think that will take too long. So I'm going to pop that right here so we can still see our stamped line. All right. And this is how this is coming together. What do you think? Do we like that? All right. If you wanted to do, like I've got different color here, so we could also do this little piece here. I mean, I could do this one as well, but I think it would look better in a different color. What do you guys think? Or should we leave that? What do you guys think? So I'm kind of playing around with this right now, and I'm thinking, what else would I like popping out from behind? And we've got some options in here. We could have some splatter. Some splatter would be good, actually. And I'm thinking maybe this stamp up the top, either a happy birthday or hoping you have the best day ever at the top. That would look really nice. But I'm thinking something in here would look really good. We've also got this one, this light one. This is like one of the beachy ones, a different color. So do we think this color, the brown, or this here, the light? Does anyone have any thoughts on that? The brown, says Nairi. So the darker color, the brown. Okay. All right, so let's do that. And do I want this rougher looking brown or the more solid looking brown? Actually, this one down here, this is nice because this is a bit lighter but still darker than what we've got. So let's try this bit. How about that? That's what I'm going to do. Everyone's going with the brown. If you had the same DSP color, have the boards go horizontal. Yes, you could do that. So you could have them going this way instead. Yeah, that would also look nice. But I'm kind of leaning into this lighter color. So let's go, like it's brown, but it's not as dark as it is down here. And it's not as dark as this brown. That's really dark, super dark. So I just love this paper. This paper is so nice. Right, so I'm going to have right about there. I think that looks good. So I'll move it up so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right. And give me a second. One moment, you guys. I'm just getting my paper towels so that I can wipe off because I've got a bit of black ink down here and I don't want that to end up on my card. All right. All right. So I'm thinking that looks rather good. So I'm going to use my scissors again. And just cutting on the outside of that line to leave the line, but I'm not going like it's right on the edge of my cutting. And this is much easier because it's just a straight shape. Turn the card to run sideways. Oh, 15. That's very sad, Donna. Yeah, I had a little budgie when I was growing up. His name was Bluey. That's original. Guess what color he was? And he flew away a couple of times, but we would put his cage outside and he would always come back because he saw his cage and went, oh, there's home, and flew back in again. He was a cute little thing. My mum really loved him. All right, so this is going to go on here. That does look good. That colouring is good. What do you think? Do we like that? Yeah, 15 is a good age for a budgie. Oh, look at Cookie. Cookie's still going along, and he's what? I think he must be 26 this year. That's what I think. In fact, I think he's 26 already. Might even be. His birthday's in November. He might even be 27 in November. So he's they say they live between 25 and 30 years, so he's doing pretty good. All right, how about that? Now, there are other pieces. For example, for the roof, I could cut some other pieces, or you know, or I can color them too. But this one here, if I wanted a different colored roof, I could pop a different colored roof on. These are really fun dies. They really are. And I'm sort of thinking I wouldn't mind. I could have a little birdie. Speaking of birdies, we're talking about birdies. So maybe a birdie is a good idea. Let me find my, what have I done? Here it is. I'm going to pop that back on because I'm thinking I'm going to have something else popping out from behind. I think some splatter would be nice. So we've got some splatter in here, and splatter is always good, right? And I'm going to come in here with my darker Night of Navy. Use the same paper for the top boards of the roof. Then colour in the scalloped edge. Yeah, actually this coloured edge, I think we could go all crazy with a really nice colour for the scalloped bits. I think you're right. All right, so I'm just going to pop this over here. So see how that's now going to look like it's popping out from behind? That's really cool. How nice is that? So this is using your pieces as a mask. And I think it just looks really cool. I'm going to turn that one around the other way. Right, so that's looking cute. And I feel like I want to have Mr. Birdie here. And we can cut him out with the die. And let's find another, just a little scrap. There you go. There's a scrap here. And what colour shall we make our birdie? What colour should he be? I think I'll stamp him in navy. I can go navy or black because we've used black here, so that's not a problem. And then I think you're right about doing this darker colour for the roof. I think that would be really good. So I'm going to cut that as well. This is a very fun set. If you're looking just to have a lot of fun with your dies and, you know, you want to have a play around, I think this is a really good set for that. I don't think I used this set as much as I should have. I think it would have been nice to have used it more. But it's going now, so if you want it, you'll need to grab it. Having said that, you know, I feel like I'm still glad I got it. All right, so there we go. That's going to look pretty nice. I'm going to pop that on here, and then we'll do our bird. So I would call this a real stamping set. I know that sounds silly. Of course, they're stamps. Of course, it's a stamping set. But there are some sets that lend themselves to stamping more than others. So I feel like some really force you to really stamp and have fun with your stamps. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a... Come on, out you come. Oh, really? I've been ending up with I've been using Tombow up all over the place here. This one's better. This one has plenty in it. This is a new one, I think. Navy. Oh, wild wheat. That's a good idea. I like that idea. So the wild wheat is to colour the bird, or the wild wheat is... Oh, I just made a big mess. Give me a second. Get my... I've got ink. No, I've got glue everywhere. That's okay. All right. Now I've made a big mess. Oh, well. What do we think? The same paper for the top boards. Okay, we've done that. Then colour in the scalloped edge below. What colour? And the birdie, if I stamp him, navy for the bird. Okay, let's do that. And then we're going to colour the birdie. And I can use, I mean, if I was to use, say, I don't know, maybe petunia top or something like that. Wild wheat is a great idea. Navy for the bird. We could do navy and wild wheat, or we could do petunia and wild wheat. So wild wheat's such a controversial colour. People either love it or they really don't. I don't have blends, but I didn't do blends in wild wheat. So what colour would I use? I've got navy. I've got yellow. Because I'm thinking of doing blends because I've used water-based markers. So it might be a case. What about peach? I'm thinking peach pie. It's not wild wheat, but it's on its way. It's a peachy colour. And then maybe a light. Well, here's a colour that I will have to use up soon because this colour is retiring. It's boho blue. Petunia for the scallops. That would look good, wouldn't it? I think you're right. All right, let me start with the wings here. And of course, when we colour, we have to go really quiet. And I'm going to go... Then I'm going to go dark underneath here. This is the darker boho. And I'm using my fine point N because for the most part anyway. I'm going to go light peach here, and we'll blend those together a little bit. And look at all the bling stuck to my, can you see them all? Look at them all. They were in a workshop bag this week, and clearly they got chucked around in my bag and the bling has gone everywhere. Right, so I'm going to give him a little yellow beak. Or I could have done a pumpkin pie beak too. But I'm just going to go with those. Oh, you guys getting your 5-year pins. Congratulations, girls. That's nice, isn't it? All right, so I have got this little guy here to cut that out. So that's cool. And we're going to have our little birdie on here. And then did we decide Petunia Pop? Was that what you said before? Yeah, congratulations, Nari. And was it Susie that said, no, it was Leslie that said her 5-year pin was recently as well. So good on you guys. All right, I do have Petunia Pop in blends. Let me see, is it that one? No, that's Blackberry Bliss. Let me try again. I think this is Petunia Pop. Yeah. Will I go dark or light? Maybe light. Light Petunia Pop, because you can always go up and go darker, but you can't go the other way around. And I'm going to use the skinny end. So there's a bit of technique in here. We've got masking. We've got paper piecing. I was going to really complicate things and throw in some embossing, but I decided not to do that because that, then we're going to be here all night just on this one card. I did do some embossing this morning though on my swap card. So I'm very excited to show that to you guys when I've got it all made and after it's been given. Then it will look fantastic. All right, so I'm going to cut out my little birdie and he's going to go over here on the side. I've got friends coming this weekend for a meal. And some months ago, around Christmas, I was very lucky and won a lovely big roast beef meat in a raffle. And I've had it in the freezer for the last few months. And I've pulled it out and it's defrosted in the fridge. And I'll be throwing it in the slow cooker tomorrow. All right, so let me see. That's going to go right about there. And I'm actually thinking, because I could have, if I wanted to, I could have like a hangy thing to, hang my bird feeder from the top. But do I want to do that or do I want to use this area for a greeting? That is a good question. I am not sure. Let me get this bit of smudge of glue that I managed to get over here. I'm just going to get that off. It's not going to come off completely, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it's coming off. There we go. That's better. So, yeah, I'm deciding. And then I've got these also in this set, which is really, really cute. With these cute little flowers. And I might have a couple of those. I'm going to cut this as well. So this little guy, I'm going to put him on a dimensional. Just like that. The greeting in the birdhouse base. Yes, I could. I could do that. You are correct. I usually prefer my greetings at the base. I mean, they don't have to, but I'm gonna get these little guys and I'm going to cut them out of glitter paper. And I'm going to do one with a Petunia Pop glitter because that's going to match in with and maybe one with, I don't know, maybe Pretty in Pink because I've got both of those. Maybe one of each. So let's go. Pop. And you notice tonight I didn't do a sketch. I was thought about it and then I decided to just use something that was retiring and not worry because it's not Friday, right? So no sketch this week. Sorry guys. Unless I do one Sunday night. But it's not sketch night, it's Thursday. And normally I know we do a Friday sketch night, but anywho. All right, so I've got this. And where is my, here it is. Take your pick tool to push that out of there. I'm deciding where to put these. Maybe one here and one here. What do you think? But if we put them there, then we can't put our greeting here. And what do you think? Should we put our greeting here? We could, you know what, with the happy birthday, if we went with the happy birthday, it's very small and it would fit down there just fine. In fact, I think that would look rather good. It's a little tiny happy birthday. I'll show you what I mean. So we could pop it right across here, maybe, and it would stand out really nicely. Do you think it's too low? Hello, Patricia. Nice to have you with us. Oh, really? Well, I haven't actually made a roast beef in like a whole roast beef in the slow cooker before, but I'm armed with a recipe. Greeting at the top, says Marilyn. So you think maybe not? Don't have this, because this is like a little hangy thing. And instead, all right, okay, all right, I'm liking that idea. So instead, I would have a bigger greeting at the top, and we could put a stand at the bottom. So the birdhouse is set, because at the moment the birdhouse looks like it's floating. Don't you agree? Flowers, no flowers, just the hanger. And see, I could put this up here. Hoping you have the best day ever. That would look quite nice. And then I could have a stand at the bottom. And I notice there's another little bit of glue just down here. Let me get rid of that. The only thing I'm showing you tonight that you can't purchase from me are these adhesive remover things. They don't sell them at Stampin' Up anymore. You might be able to get them. I do recommend them. They're great. You might be able to get one at Spotlight maybe, or a craft store, or maybe even a newsagent, but you won't get one from us, unfortunately. All right, so I am thinking I'm going to do the greeting at the top. I think that looks good. And I think navy is the color I want to use. So let me bring that in. And hoping you have the best day ever. I mean, that could be a birthday, because we do hope people will have the best day ever on their birthday, right? There we go. It does look nice. Isn't that a nice greeting? I love mixed fonts. You guys have probably heard me say that before. Big fan of mixed fonts. All right, so let me put. So who was it that said no flowers? Should we have no flowers? All right, where is? So this is like the stand, but we don't have to have the whole stand. Like, it doesn't have to look like this. We could just have this bit if we wanted to, and like just have and cut that out of a little bit of oh, what am I trying to say? The DSP. So we could do that. I can't see where that goes. That's all right. I'll work it out. You always cook your roast in the slow cooker. So Kerry, I need to get your advice. I've done chuck roasts, like chuck in the slow cooker before, and that always works out really, really well. But what about, I think they look good right about there. So I'm going to have a glue dot behind here. So yeah, that I've only ever used chuck roast before, but now I'm using like it doesn't say, you know, it came like it was a meat raffle, and it just came as a big lump of roast beef. So I think it's a different cut. All right, so those are there, and then I'm going to use the other piece that we used before with the, where is it? Let me find it. I might have left it over by the, cut and emboss machine. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I'm going to put that in there and just use the bottom of that stand to create a stand for my house. It's not floating. I don't want it to float. There we go. So it's going to go like that. So I'm going to just go to the center and just do a single little line. We're going to stick that on. Just like that. And then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to snip off that bit. Like that. You roast topside beef in the oven. That's the thing. I don't know what kind of beef it is because... Okay, so I don't need to worry, Kerry. It can be any cut. That's really great to know because I was a bit worried. What if it's the wrong cut of meat for what I'm trying to do? But that makes me feel a lot better. So excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, that's looking good. I'm actually really liking how this is coming together. It looks really nice. Right. I still have a couple of little bits that need to be rubbed away. That's better. That's what happens when I have too much glue on my page. Okay, how's it looking? What do we think? Do you like this? Yeah, it's come up nice, hasn't it? It ends up doing things like this, using a couple of different techniques, some sponging, some masking. So what have we used? Sponging, masking, blending with blends markers, the alcohol markers, paper piecing. We've used a whole bunch, and and die cutting. We've used a whole bunch of different techniques, and I think it looks really, really cool. All right, so I'm deciding what color card base I want to use. I could go with a couple. We've got a couple of choices. We could go Misty Moonlight. We could go Night at Navy, and we could also go Balmy Blue. Any of those would look good. I'm deciding which one looks best. So this one's got a mark on it. Oh no, it hasn't. It just wiped straight off. All right, so this, if I'm using Balmy Blue, oh, it needs a cup. And you'll be very happy to know that I got my my replacement trimmer arm, and so I'm back in business. My trimmer works again after my broken one last weekend. So yay. So if I was going to go with Balmy Blue, that's how this would look. Or we could go with a darker blue. What do you think? I quite like the Balmy. I think it looks rather nice. So Kerry said she puts her roast in, adds water to halfway up, cooks on high for 6 hours. I'm planning on using some like beef stock, and I have always have vegetable stock in my fridge always, because I just make that whenever I've got vegetables that need to be used up. And but if I need to add a beef stock cube, I will. But yeah, I'm going to throw in some carrots and some potatoes, and maybe make some cornbread to go with it. I thought it is good news, Nairi. That's it. Isn't it a lovely set? So are we sad this set is saying goodbye? What do you guys think? I think we're a little bit sad about it. Like, not too sad, but a little bit sad, because now I'm going to colour my scallops with, sorry, not colour, but glimmer my scallops with some Winker Stella. So they're all sparkly, because you can never have too much sparkle. And I think I'll do my birdie as well. So he's sparkly too. Here we go. What do you think? Oh, French onion soup. That's a great idea. I've heard of people using that. You're sad it's going to, Barbara. Do you have it? It's a lovely set. Oh, Leslie doesn't put any liquid in the slow cooker. There are so many ways to do it, isn't there? Bling, 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 bling. Oh, yes. All right. What bling shall we use? I could use pearls. I've got a basket of bling that needs to be put away, and that's we could go with butterflies, brass butterflies, but I feel like maybe silver. Like I've got silver. I think silver would be better than gold or bronze. I've also got somewhere here some of those. I could also use, I've got the white starburst sequins. Those would be nice. So there's an option. Oh, and then we've got this two-tone sparkle gems. All of those would look good. Has everyone seen these? These are an online exclusive right now, and they are Balmy Blue and Bubble Bath, and they are so, so nice. You said this one's going to, Glenda? Yeah, me too. I'm surprised it didn't continue too, Julianne. Absolutely. I'm tempted to do the French onion soup idea, and that would be okay if I was putting carrots and potatoes in as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm leaning towards the silver or these guys, because they've got pink and blue in them, and so does our cards. So maybe we'll go with these. What do you think? Is everyone okay for me to use those? Oh, some people are voting for silver. All right, but these are special, so I am going to go with these today because I just want to. Excuse me while I cough and choke and stuff. Right, so I'm thinking, where will I put? I'm going to put this one here because I've actually got a little mark down there that I'd like to cover up. And there are large ones and small ones. So I'm going to have a second one here, and I'm going to go with a little small one up the top. There we go. What do we think about that? Do we like them? I know, they're gorgeous, aren't they, Susie? Chuck it all in, Maureen. I'll do my best. I'll have to let you guys know when I'm next live how it turned out. I'll post a photo. How about that? What about the circle in the middle of the birdhouse? This one here. Yeah, I probably should have done something with that, but I didn't. But I could. Let me have a quick look here. There is actually a circle for that. Should we do that in black too? This one's meant to be the hole that goes into the birdhouse. This one's actually meant to be like a stick that sticks out, like for the birdie to perch on. So maybe I'll cut this little guy here. That's what this is. I'm going to cut that out of some more brown DSP. So I'm going to... It's only little. So this is one of those dies you have to be careful that you don't lose it, and you keep an eye on it when you've used it. Put it straight back in the pack or in your mechanics tray if you have one. If you don't have a mechanics tray, put it straight back in with the dies. So I'm going to do that because I'm worried about losing it. All right, so I'm going to put a tiny, tiny dot of glue here, and then you could use a glue dot too, I suppose. Just going to use my take your pick tool. Wow, we don't want to go behind there. It's hiding. And let's pop that there. Is that better? It does look better, doesn't it? It didn't look quite finished before, but now it does. There we go. It's a finished card. I think it turned out really nice. I'm very happy with it. You could put it on a mini dimensional. You could definitely do that, but I've just glued it straight on. But that would be kind of fun. Although it would be I think instead of using the mini dimensionals, I think you'd be better off cutting an even smaller piece from the edge of your dimensionals. You know how we snip around the edges to make more? So there you go. I think that would be the go. Well, don't drill too much, Glinda. You'll mess up your craft table. All right, I'm done with that one. And I'm looking at the time and it's 8:30. And I think we might have used up all our time tonight. I think we have. Does anyone want to have any questions for me or want to see anything super fast? Want me to show you another set? I'm probably don't have time to make another card, but I'm kind of curious to know if anyone has anything they'd like to see. I know I've spoiled you all by giving you 2 cards all the time, haven't I? Does anyone have any questions for me about anything, about the new program, about the new catalogue? I understand. Let me switch back to me. Something new, please. Like, just to see something new. What can I show you that I know what I could show you. I'm not going to play with it tonight, but maybe I'll play with it another time. I've got a new set. I've got a few new sets. But one of the new sets I have is called Scenic Adventure. And I will show you that at some point. I tell you what, I'm going to show you some new paper. Because I think this is really cool. Give me a second. So I haven't got the stamps and dies that go with this yet, but I'm probably going to get them. This is called Celebratory Sips, and it's really cool. It's got all these fabulous colours in it, and as you can see, lots of different like cocktails and things like that. So that's a bit of fun. Just a quick chat, I think, Nairi. And then on the back, we've got like little flowers. See that one there? Then you've got that fabulous thing. This reminds me a little bit of the Friends for Life, the Full of Life one that has the 6x6 one that is that we've had this last year. It reminds me of that a little bit, but a much bigger version. So this is 12x12 paper. So, but aren't these beautiful? And look at all these. This absolutely is sangria, don't you think? I'm thinking that makes me think of sangria in Barcelona. That's what I'm thinking of when I look at that. The best sangria I ever had in my whole life was in Barcelona. The very first night we arrived, and it was really, really, really alcoholic. Like we ordered it with a meal, and we didn't know anything about sangria. We learned a lot about sangria while we were there, but they serve it in a jug with a wooden spoon in the jug. And, you've got, there's all the fruit and all the different, it's red wine and a whole bunch of different things. Absolutely delicious, lovely with a meal. But, boy, some of those Barcelona sangrias have some bite. I don't know if she's got that. I don't think so, Marilyn. I don't think so. But, usually if one of us has it, the other one ends up with it, usually. Oh, is that part of this set? I don't think that is part of this set. Oh, no, it must be. It must be. Huh. Some flowers and some lovely green there on the back. More of that. Oh, and that's part. Yeah, it must be because it's all together. So with that one we've seen. This one we've seen. This one's like all different fruits. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Like that. And then on the back of that you've got your Secret Sea. So it's got a lot of the in colours in it. Super nice. And you will definitely see me doing something with this. This is the new orange, which is called Timid Tiger. So these are new colours that are coming your way from the 6th of May. But before the 6th of May arrives, can I please give you your public service announcement? And that is, please go and get your cardstock that you need before the current catalogue ends, because it is going up in price a lot, okay? And because of that, I want to make sure you get a bargain before. So right now here in Australia, cardstock prices for the coloured cardstock, I'm not talking about white. White's off the table. That's already gone up in price because they ran out of all their existing stock, so that it's now being offered at the new price. However, all the coloured cardstock is still at the catalogue price. And right now that's $20.25. But after the new catalogue goes live on the 6th of May, it will be $25 a pack. Now that's significant. If you need several packs of cardstock, you definitely need to get your cardstock now. Good, Leslie. I'm glad to hear. Glad to hear that you're stocked up. And I hope everyone will do that, because it is not it's not nice to, to decide just after the new catalogue goes live that you need lots of cardstock and realize that you're paying a lot more for it. So it can't be helped. The prices are in line with the fact that we have, there's only several paper mills around the world that make the high quality cardstock and to the exact color specifications that Stampin' Up! Has. And so with several paper mills going out of business in the last year and all of their operating costs going up, the cost has to go up. So, oh, you heard more rewards too. Yes, you would have, Leslie. That's great. So yes. Do I ever use the rotary tip? You know what? That's a really good question. I have it and haven't used it. I think I've used it once, which is really silly because I should play with it more. The rotary tip is a great tool. I just haven't played around with it. Something I did, one of the tips on the rotary tip has like makes perforations, and like you can run it along the page and turn corners and stuff and have like perforated lines. That looks really, really good if you have like bees or insects and you want to leave like little trails in your paper. That's a really nice way to do that. So you do need to check your cardstock, Nari. Yep, definitely do that. It is a big jump. I know. I mean, it's understandable, and Stampin' Up! Absolutely has to stay in business, and we want them to, so I understand why they're putting their prices up. But I would suggest that all of us take advantage of the current prices while we can. And I've been adding 1 or 2 packs of cardstock to every order this month. I'm actually going to go through and do a big blitz and, sort through all my cardstocks up here and work out which ones I'm short on. I've just got to sit down and do it. So I ordered this week. This week I've ordered Basic Beige and Pool Party, which are 2 colors I use a lot. So make sure you get the colors you use all the time. Get those ones. Use the blade a lot, do you, Cherie? Good on you. Yes, I'm saving my rewards now for the scrapbooking retreat as well. So I've got a reasonable amount of rewards, and that's where most of them are going to be going. They're going for the scrapbooking retreat. And the scrapbooking retreat, for anyone who's interested, is going to be the 17th to 19th of July. So keep those dates free. And to register for that, anyone can go, customers and demonstrators, everyone's invited. But it's an online retreat, okay, which will be offered in a private Facebook group. You get invited for the Facebook group and to attend the retreat when you purchase the product. And the product will not be available for, and it's like all the product for 12 double page spreads. So it's a lot of product. It's all pre-cut. There's a huge amount of stuff. All your page protectors, all your paper, all of that stuff. But it won't be available till the 28th of May. Okay, so I think that, and then the other thing that's coming up, but just for demonstrators, is creativity now. So that's happening in June. I just registered for that this week. So if anyone's, once again, it's another online event, and there's a beautiful suite, gorgeous suite of products that's going to be available for people who are attending creativity now. So that's pretty exciting. Your rewards will be spent on the 6th of May. I get it. I understand. Yes, I may have to dip into mine a bit as well. All right, you guys. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Meredith, it was lovely for you to pop in. You can go back and watch the replay because I'm about to finish. All right, you guys, have a happy Easter. I hope everyone is able to spend it with your family and doing the things that you love. I hope that I will be back to see you. I'm not yet sure if I'm going live on Sunday night. I hope to, but I'm not 100% sure. So, but at the moment, I'm planning on that. All right, you guys. The creativity now suite is gorgeous, Denise. I'm glad you think so too. Yep, I've got my eye on it already. It's a very me thing, that set. All right, you guys, have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will put my address, my blog address, so you can go sign up for the newsletter if you would like. It's lookwatimade.com.au, and there is a sign-up form for the newsletter right there. Go check it out. Thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.